I said, hey, what's going on? This is Grimith, bringing you a channel update video. Since the last channel update video, I played some more STRIFE. As a matter of fact, I finished it. The only other local recording series I've done is Pirate's Gold for DOS, which I've already finished that, and those episodes are just being dragged along at 2 per day because I am a responsible content creator who cares deeply about your ability to receive and consume content without feeling pressured too much. Like in the days of old with Grimith, yes. Some of you just want all of it shoveled down your throat, but this is how we drag along and create, like, desire and interest and all those other, like, marketing flash words. I did some AI dungeon, streamed that, transferred that over. I did a Pirate's Gold revisit, that's Pirate's Gold for the Sega Genesis. Transferred that over. That was a good run. And I also started transferring over a Total War Attila co-op series that I'm doing with Dan Taku. Dan and I have been broadcasting together almost every week for the past year. Mostly Total War games, but there was a stint in Stardew Valley for a while, and this is our first series that I've been like, yeah, this is solid. Gonna transfer this over, keep it on YouTube. Just two relative newbies to Attila, trying to piece back together the Roman Empire and its two halves, the Western Romans and the Eastern Romans. It's going pretty well. The only concerns I have with it are technical in nature. And that's just how it goes whenever you do co-op with stuff. There's some things you can't control. If your co-op partner is living in a stressed-out life situation, a small domicile with their partner who is stuck at home due to current global conditions, in an apartment where they're stuck at home due to current global conditions, noise volumes and consistencies thereof can be an issue. We're working through it. I'm enjoying the time with him. There's no surprise there. Yeah, there hasn't been too much activity for the channel. Maybe next month will be different. Who knows? It is a mystery. Technical-wise, I am not on the backup computer any longer. We're back to this big fucking 35, 40-pound monstrosity that I've had for the past year and a half. The technical kerfluffle with it has been resolved. I do appreciate people volunteering to assist me with those endeavors because they enjoy those things or enjoy me for whatever particular reason. Particular shout out to Abhorson and the anonymous individual who initially gifted me this machine, arose from the shadows. And they both assisted in diagnosing the problem, which, as it turns out, was the secondary hard drive that, by that point, I had just formatted and wasn't even remotely using at all, didn't have Windows, didn't have anything on it. I just left it plugged in. The hard drive was failing, and I just never bothered to open the computer to remove it, because I figured I'd do that whenever I bought a new drive, if I was ever going to buy a new drive, because, you know, gonna box this computer up and put it back in a fucking box. Turns out that was the thing that was causing all of my errors. Looked into the event manager and the log code, yep, that was it. Ran some diagnostics, yep, that was it. Nothing else, everything was a-okay, so I removed that and everything became a-okay. Abhorson postulated that because the drive was failing, it was trying to draw more power than the UPS was comfortable with supplying, and so to protect itself, the computer was shutting down. I don't know, and at this point, I frankly don't fucking care. I bought a new secondary hard drive, because apparently this is a thing that we're doing now, where I'm continuing to perform Let's Get On With It adventures. So I was like, what the fuck, if I'm not gonna box up the computer, let's go ahead and do that. And it works great. It's like a fucking Fire CUDA 1 terabyte solid-state hard drive, whoop-de-doo. I've got things on it to stress it out, like Vermintide 2 and Total War Warhammer 2, and it works well. Hooray! So, that's that. There was, you know, last month, I wasn't too keen on creating a whole bunch of content because I didn't want to stress the backup too much. But now we've got this for however long that this is going to last, so huzzah. About that. Plans for next month? Well, one of them's gonna be the original STRIFE, Veteran Edition. I know I just finished STRIFE, but I want to play STRIFE again with the Veteran Edition, while the experience of the STRIFE playthrough is in recent memory, so I'll be able to compare the games better, you know, and get a sense for how much the Veteran Edition improved. I'll be playing that on harder difficulty, going through stuff that we didn't cover in the first playthrough, due to viewer choices and my own choice at one point. We'll see where it takes us. I might stumble into some of the uber secret content that is included with Veteran Edition, or maybe go looking up how to do that on my own. So that's something to look forward to. As for other content, well, the Total Bureaucracy series will continue to be transferred and uploaded to YouTube, so there is that. I don't have any other plans I can swear to you at this particular time. You know, just ideas that I don't want to commit to and get your hopes up. But I'm kicking around a few things. I'm still here. I get folks leaving comments down then confused. Like, I thought you were gone. I thought, why is this let's get on with it thing still happening? This is like, we're done here, right, Grimith? It's a decade of Let's Get On with It and the end of an era. There are some viewers who left comments who didn't want to watch that update, who couldn't, like, bring themselves to do so because of how painful it might be, and they thought it was goodbye. And as that update video covers, it would have been goodbye. Except for the pandemic. There wasn't really anywhere for me to goodbye to, so we're here still. And who knows? I might still be here once this all blows over. How about that? It's been pretty good. Of course, I need to be more active, you know. This isn't so much like a hobby thing anymore that we're doing for a song and dance. This is my lifeblood. It's pumping through my veins. It's not really. I wasn't even going for a corporate angle so much as like, yeah, this is just, it's who I am now. It's how I live and breathe. And I think I can still call myself a gamer, but still working on it. Going through the kinks. Ah, shit. Here's the Twitch channel, which for whatever reason is still trying to load something. If you want to catch some of this content that I've highlighted, or for whatever particular reason have not transferred over to YouTube, I have a number of, like, Twitch playlists that, like, capture some things. I haven't put everything I've done in a Twitch playlist, but just for, like mostly the stuff I've done with Dan, co-op-wise. A Twitter Bob thing that I don't post on much, but you can get content like me using Wind of Death on people. Oh yes, I muted that account. Good. But I can't tell that I muted it because I'm not logged in. So I can read that reply. Hooray. Some people are a little pushy of the content they like to see. And then if you mute them, it's like a shadow block, and they'll never know. Wink. Oh, what a beautiful option. Yeah, I think that about does it. It's good times. Before I get on with celebrating people and reading off a laundry list of names and the insult list that is actually a shout-out list, but we pretend it's an insult list even though I really don't deliver much in the way of insults, a personal note on Grimith. This month, I have been busy, not just with external affairs, you know, trying to get the sprinkler system of this house to work again, power washing the house, getting sick and running a fever. Among other things, I've also been changing how I eat. I am a gourmand. For the past however long, I've been like, woo, yeah, fucking, I eat without consequence because I'm not going to live until I'm 30, or however long. because I'm going to be dead. Because who cares about investing in the future if there won't be a future? Well, this year has been, in large part, about me coming to grips that I am terrible at predicting the end of my life. So, I've been like, well, if you're terrible with predicting that, it's possible that in another decade or two, you might still be alive. And you probably can't keep being the same gourmand and eating the same ways that you do. And there not be any ramifications for that. So, let's change. It's not about weight loss for me, though that is happening. I've lost around 15 pounds, and I say around because I don't know exactly what weight I started at, because I didn't think of weighing myself until like 2 weeks into this month, because I wasn't doing this to lose weight. It's about control. Now and then, over the course of my life, of intermittent fasting and weight fluctuations, and that's all like my willpower just reaching out to grasp the gourmand and rein it in for a set period of time. With this month, I've looked on it. I've looked to establish more than short-term things. So I've destabilized myself and how I eat and changed how I've done. So I've eaten similar things. You know, I've enjoyed healthy foods because I think they taste good over the course of my life. Just eating less across the board. First couple of weeks in May were devoted to going through intense sugar and caffeine withdrawal. I don't drink coffee, but there's plenty of delicious chocolates around that I like to put in my body, and sweet tea. And sugar. Just vastly cut back on that, too. And wanted to bite off some heads earlier this month. But I've recovered from that, done pretty well. I've drank water more than anything else. Even cut back on milk. Used to be that I could drink up to half a gallon of milk a day. It's 1%, but still, you know, it's a lot of, say for example, sugar in that milk. And now I have it with a bowl of Cheerios, or, you know, I'll have it independently. Had a couple of glasses of juice. But for the most part, it's been water and a few ciders. Yeah. That's, Then I'm taking a geriatric multivitamin to replenish what it is that I'm not eating, because some days I don't eat more than 750 calories, and there's only one day I've gone above 1,800. That was a few days after my fever. I just really felt like eating. So yeah, I'm investing in myself to destabilize myself with the goal of finding like a medium to long-term way to satisfy like my food cravings that the gourmand in me can not be happy with, but accept. The gourmand has tried to wheedle and control and do all sorts of other things, and those would normally have convinced me back when I thought that I wouldn't be living for another few months. But now that I've come to grips with the fact that I might live year, 5 years, 10 years from now, those arguments don't work so well. I'm like, shit. Fuck. Fine. Days, not really bothered by eating little, and then there's days that you will have all of the things, and it's cool. No worries about it. No need to celebrate or anything. So they're like, woo, yeah! I don't have a fucking goal in mind other than control, which I don't think is any surprise coming from me. Having to go, well, having to cinch the have the belt tighter. It's unfortunate. I don't want to have to buy a new wardrobe. Oh my god! It'd be terrible. The money, the expense. I think it's enough yakking along with that. Let's end this with Corporate Grimith is grading. Let's get on with adventures and you could be a part of the celebration. You've all gone beyond poor life choices. Applejack, Longshot 137, Necrolotu, Kalen, Perpentock, Tiny Shopkeeper, Proxibane, Mog, Kit Westman, Pork and Beans, Chris Van Beers, Magenta Wolf, Scion of Doom, Nicholas Anthony, Zachary McKinley, Abhorson, Otaku Shout, Talon, Nexus Nemesis, Putero, Dumb Snark, Trash Panda 420, William Melbourne, Industrial Robot, Cast Iron Dude, Nick King, Todd Noel, Nathan K. Sinclair, Summer B76, Luke Butkus, Corbin, Crazy MLC, Sothakal, Maxwell Damage, Arthresh, Zier, Green Doom Guy, Patrick, and Augusto de Oliveira. I appreciate it. Keeping this little dinghy floating on the Spanish Main as the storm swirls around. Had a tropical storm hit the coastline this past week. Like, it didn't really cause that much damage here, but we've already had a bunch of rain. And just really saturated. I've had, I don't know, close to 4 inches of rain this past week. Combined over the days, heavy storming. If more rain's coming, I might actually be on that fucking dinghy swept away into the ocean. Whew. Not as bad as the 19 inches of rain got back in late 2015 when that whole storm complex camped over the East Coast for a few days. But, yeah. Grimith looks outside right now at the clouds in the sky, narrows his eyes. I'm watching you, motherfuckers. That's it. I'm doing well. Not great. I'm doing well. Appreciate the interacting with you all, the discourse, the moments and experiences we have together. Or don't. Maybe we have them separately because we don't want to be together. It's alright, I understand. You dumb sons of bitches who, for whatever reason, are throwing money into the abyss because you're terrible with money. That's okay. We all have skill sets, and I appreciate the fact that you're shitty with this one. I'm now opening my arms to reach out in a virtual hug. But it's at, like, my microphone. I guess I could hug my microphone, but that'd be... I think I've kind of derailed, and at this point, this is when we end the update video, okay? So, take it easy, or hard, whatever. Toodle pip.